Hello YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the strikes, Destiny 2 strikes right now so far. And what is the state of the strikes in Destiny 2? What are people seeing so far? So let's dive right into the conversation. Now me personally, I love doing strikes in Destiny, in Destiny 1. But so far in Destiny 2, I don't really have a favorite strike that I like to do. Not how it was in Destiny 1. I had like maybe 5 or 6 strikes that I love to do. Right now in Destiny 2, I have no favorite strike. None of these strikes are none of my favorite. For some apparent reason, none of them are not my favorite. A lot of people are talking about the Nightfall strikes, how the loot is not dropping, the DFA not really dropping for them as particularly. Me personally, I have not been playing Destiny like I normally do because of work and me posting a lot of videos and focus on my YouTube channel a little bit more and diving into other games to kind of help my channel out besides just Destiny. Me personally, just seeing what people are saying about the strikes, it caught my attention really hard. Now the reason why I want to discuss this, because this conversation has been going on since the expansion pack 2 got released on May 8th, and this conversation has been going on ever since. And for me personally, it's a big problem that everybody is still talking about this conversation till this point, and we're coming into Destiny 2 Forsaken very soon. We got at least 70 days until the expansion pack gets released, and this is the talk of it that people have been talking about for the past couple of months now, is the strikes, the strike specific loots, the DFA not dropping for me, or this specific weapon not dropping for me. There's really no loot to really grind for. The strike catalyst that they're trying to get, everything that everybody's been talking about. It's the strike modifiers, the diversiness of the game. Everybody's been talking about everything about the strikes, and I thought this might be a good time right now to talk about the strikes and get what people's honest opinion about the strikes in the comment section down below. Let me know, give me your honest opinion, and we'll start a conversation about this, and basically share this amongst your friends who feels the same way about the strikes. Me personally, the strikes modifiers are like how it was in Destiny 1. I'm used to the whole modifiers, like this week is Void, the next week is Arc. I think the problem is a lot of people are new to this game and don't really understand the modifier systems, and people like us who've been playing the game ever since understand it. We're explaining them on walkie. You got these little kids, basically, I would say maybe 10 years old, playing this game. You basically explain to them, look, the modifier is not Void, the modifier is Solar. They're telling you, mind your business, they're going to do what they got to do and whatever. That's the same thing why people are not playing Isolation Protocol. We're going to talk about Isolation Protocol in another video. And a lot of people don't like doing raids with other people because these randoms don't understand the method of the game. Then they come and complain that the game sucks, they hate this game. No, don't hate the game, hate the player, because the player don't understand the instructions that the veteran players or people that understand the game explain to them. This is how the game is going to get completed easier for you. Same thing with any other game. There's people who even complain that they can't play with randoms in Rainbow Six because they don't understand the specialists that they're using. Same thing with Fortnite. People said they can't play with too much randoms because 1, they don't revive them, or 2, they don't know how to build. So everybody always blames the game, but they never look at the player. I know it's supposed to be all the other way around. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But to me, you gotta hate the player and not the game, because the game itself is telling you point blank in bold letters what the modifiers are. They want to go out of their way to think, oh, Void is a better way to take out the enemy. It's going to take longer to take out the enemy. Solar is going to take out the enemy much quicker than Void. Void might do some damage, but Solar is the increased damage for the modifier of the week. And you have these people that don't understand them. There's some modifiers I don't like in the strikes, like Blackout. No, put Blackout in Nightfall. This is heroic strikes. Heroic strikes are a little bit challenging than the Vanguard strikes. Nightfall strikes should be more challenging for those people. Blackout should be on those modifiers, not in the heroic strike modifiers, which makes no sense. And that's why they took out the Exodus Crash out of the equation, because the boss is just horrible. One, he's visible, then you got enemies coming all around you, and you have blackout as the modifier, which makes no sense whatsoever. Next, a lot of times people have been talking about that's kind of like dividing up the community and making the community worse, and that's strike specifics on PS4, meaning just like one of the exclusive strikes on PS4 and not on PC and Xbox One. I think a lot of people fail to understand. I've been hearing things, this has been like a rumor, that technically Destiny wasn't a PC or Xbox game. It was going to be exclusively for PlayStation. And a lot of people fail to understand it depends on Xbox. Xbox don't like to do this, don't like to do that, but then at the end of the day, they still want to bring the community together with cross plays and all that stuff. I guess Xbox got to a point now that nobody's not buying their system or whatever. I don't know what the situation is. I guess Bungie did. Now, for me personally, I think Xbox and Bungie don't have a really good relationship because of Halo and all that stuff, or something in that situation. I think that's how the whole situation kind of started, because of Halo or whatever. The Halo fans were explaining to me, but at the same time, I wasn't paying attention when they were explaining to me. So I don't know the full story about why Xbox don't get the same time exclusives as PlayStation. You know how Call of Duty gives you the exclusive first in 1 month, and then the next month they give it to you. Not the same thing with Bungie, and when it comes to Destiny, like we get the exclusives for a whole year, and then Xbox get the exclusive the next following year. So I don't know why Bungie tends to do that. If you're gonna do an exclusive, do it for 1 month for one console, and then the next month the other consoles gets them, to make it a fair balance in the equation. That's another thing that kind of like the diversiveness kind of breaks up the game. But at the same time, I don't know how that's going to affect Xbox and PlayStation, because we don't do crossovers. So, for people to discuss this, is like, okay, I understand the strike diversiveness in the game, but how is that going to affect us? We can't do crossplay. Like PlayStation don't want to do crossplay with Xbox. So the exclusive strikes, I completely understand your conversation, what you're saying, but at the same time, that's not really considered diversiveness. Diversiveness meaning, you got one, for example, like the whole 2 expansion packs, like Mercury and Mars, or 2 expansions like Curse of Osiris and Warmind, you got the same strike as the story mission. Now that's diversiveness. Now you guys remember about the whole discussion we talked about the old strikes maybe should make a return, like a remaster, to come back into Destiny 2 to kind of give it a more portal of Destiny 2 game, because the strikes, there's not enough strikes. Technically there's not enough strikes in the Destiny 2. People say, well, what about, no, those are the story missions. I don't even consider them strikes. Those are the story missions that we completed over, like Wills of Thousands. That's a story mission. Why we want to complete the story mission as a strike? We already did that as a story mission. Why we want to complete it as a strike? Like, one, some of us might not even like the damn story mission. Why we want to replay it again? Same thing with Curse of Osiris strikes. I mean, Trees of Possibilities. That's a story mission. That's like Lazy World. Like, they don't really care. Like, they just copy and paste in there. That's like unfinished work to me. Like, really? A lot of people don't bring up that in the conversation when they're talking about the state of Destiny. I bring that to every conversation. Like, the strikes are a complete failure. You're basically taking the story missions and replaying them as the strikes. That's like unfinished work. That's the same thing that people were talking about early in the months of the year before, when Destiny 2 was fresh, the base game or whatever, and people were talking about the Iron Banner weapons. Like, they're copying the paste of the Vanguard weapons, and they had to make drastic changes to that. I think they need to make a drastic changes to the strike playlist. They really do. They need to take out the story mission strikes and put some strikes in there that's more responsible, more representable of the 2 expansion packs that they had. Will of Thousands do not represent the strike. I mean, there's one exclusive strike that you get, and I have not came across that exclusive strike on the PS4 yet, because like I said, I haven't been playing the strike playlist like I normally do. But I feel like the strike playlist could have been really good if they tweaked the modifiers a little bit, if people followed the modifiers instructions. It's not void this week, it's solar, okay? well, last week was solar. I think this week should be void, if I'm not mistaken. So if this week is void, your weapon should be void and your super should be void to make it easier for the people to complete. You're making it harder for people to complete if you're not following the modifiers. The Shrike playlist needs to be a little bit better, and the Pacific loot needs to be better. If you're gonna do a Nightfall Pacific loot, do what you did in Destiny 1. Do the same thing in the Heroic playlist. Have a Pacific loots in there too. Like if you do, let's for example, like Trees of Possibility, you get this specific armory for your Warlock, or you get this specific gauntlet for your Titan or something like that. Do something to keep the community kind of going, and the community will do them every week. But if you're just going to do it for the Nightfall Shrike, I mean, everybody don't do the Nightfall Shrike because, one, they don't like doing it with randoms, or the people that they run with don't play the game anymore. So Destiny needs to kind of like revamp their whole Shrike playlist again in order for them to have a community of diverseness to kind of play in there. But I don't know. It's like lazy work for them to kind of complete these Shrikes or something. Like I said, like they took the story missions and just copy and paste them in the Shrike playlist and call it a Shrike. No, if you're gonna make that Pacific Shrike if you're gonna make that Pacific story missions as a Shrike, then keep it as a Shrike and make another story mission something else. So I don't know, like it just don't make any sense at this point. Like they just copy and paste something, call it a day, and woo, you got a Shrike. No, that's not a Shrike, that's a story mission. If I want to replay the story mission, put it on the map so I can go specifically onto Mars and complete that story mission again if I want to, and put the Shrikes in the Pacific area so I can complete those Shrikes like I did in Destiny 1. Because if I go into Shrike Pacific, if I go into Shrike playlist, I gotta do the Shrike one more time, do the Shrike again, do a Shrike that I don't like, and then finally do the PlayStation exclusive playlist of that Shrike. No, just put the Pacific Shrike onto whatever it's at so I can go in there and play the Shrike myself. No, they want to put it in the playlist. They took everything out of Destiny 1 and took it out, that everything that was so perfect, and replaced it to where they wanted the game in the first place. I think Destiny 2 was where they wanted the game in the first place, and then I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain what was Bungie's vision with Destiny 2, because I feel like this Destiny 2 is the vision of Destiny 1, and Destiny 1's version was Destiny 2's version. Like they completely swapped games and made it completely different. I think that's what Bungie did. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Shrikes playlist. I feel like it feels undone, it feels unfinished. Let me know, because this has been like a big topic around the community. Like the Shrikes are not there, they're not getting this, the modifiers are horrible, the loot sucks, and the percentage rate is for the loot sucks. Like people said, oh, I have a 0 chance to get that weapon. So it's been like a big topic throughout the community. Give me your honest opinion about it. Which Shrike playlist you like better? Do you like Destiny 1 or you like Destiny 2? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.